principles, what to use in certain situations. Those are some things that we can go over in class.
Yeah. Any more questions? Come see us. Thank you.
Next up, instruction. Mr. Clark, Mr. Wood.
My name is Rod Clark. I'm a building trades instructor, and Mr. Wood is standing over there with a big goatee over there. You can see him. And we do the building trades class. If you guys have noticed something going across the street of a high school, a house going up, that's us building that house right now. We start from the ground up. We lay the block, we lay the flooring, framing, and we do electrical, we do the plumbing, and we do finished work, the drywall, painting, cabinets. All that is done by the students. If you have no idea how to do construction, you've never swung a hammer before, I'd say about a third of the class has never picked up a hammer. So that's not an issue. We'll teach you how to do it. We don't expect you to be perfect on it, but we will do things over again if it's not correct. So you're going to build something that's going to be around maybe 100 years from now. So you can drive by when you graduate and you'll have see something you can show your parents to that what you've done so far. Tools are professional tools, the same that professional carpenters would use. Also, if you take the 2-year program with our class, you'll be able to become a union carpenter. We have an agreement with the Union Hall in Terre Haute, and we've got a couple of electrician unit. And if you take this class for 2 years, you will also receive one of these jackets that I have down here, building trades jackets. So that's just a perk we have. Girls, we have quite a few girls who take this class also. They're great because they're more detail oriented and they're great for measuring and get fine work done. So we really appreciate it. Any questions? Come over, see us. We'll open this corner over here.
One other thing on that real quick, fellas. If I'm usually in the lunchroom, so if any of you guys want to ever come over and take a look at that building, get with me and I can probably just walk you across the street and bring you right back before your lunch is over.
Thank you. He did bring up a great point that I failed to mention, and that is we are really big on encouraging non-traditional enrollment. What that is say if you're a female who's thinking about a traditional or a non-traditional course like automotive or welding or construction, you're encouraged to do so, and we want you to be a part of that. Same thing with a male with cosmetology or nursing or things along those lines. If that's something that you're interested in, then you're encouraged to take it. Speaking of cosmetology,
hello. My name is Mrs. Kinswater. I'm the owner at Thompson's College of Cosmetology. We have 6 instructors to help you get through this class. It is exciting, I think, of course. Upon graduation, you'll be a licensed cosmetologist. We also do barbering, so yes, for men as well. And you'll also be a licensed nail tech. We also have a esthetician program, so a lot of your credits can go toward being an esthetician, so don't forget about that. We have permanent makeup now. We started a permanent makeup class, so you'll kind of be introduced to that. We also have permanent jewelry now. We have a waxing class, and I'm probably forgetting something else. You get 28 college credits to go to Vincennes from us, so you can put that toward a cosmetology management degree if you'd like. Anybody out there want to be their own boss someday? Okay, that is pretty cool in our business. You can become your own boss very quickly because I own the children's bookstore, gift shop, a restaurant, hair salon, tennis salon, now school. So I like being my own boss too, and cosmetology does afford you to do that. So pretty neat. We go to Chicago every year too, so if you're interested in fashion and design, you might want to see what that's all about. It's one of the largest shows in the Midwest. What else? Yes, we have an instructor course also. So if you want to be a teacher someday, you can also take that class with us as well. We do have 2 classes available, so we have a morning class and an afternoon class. You don't have to come in the summer, you don't have to come on your vacation, so we do schedule everything around your high school classes as long as you stay on target. So we're back there to answer any of your questions about any of the programs I mentioned and class times. Way back there. Anything else you'd like to ask? Okay, thank you. Come back and talk to me.
Next up, criminal justice, Mr. Stabler.
Hi, everybody. Most of you know me. Coach wrestling, boys and girls now, which is exciting. I am the law enforcement criminal justice teacher. We actually teach you the fundamentals of basic law enforcement. We have room searches where we darken out the lights, turn the room up. We put a bad guy in there and you have to go find him. So we're playing some cops and robbers. But we also give you a gun belt, handcuffs, a rubber gun. No live guns are allowed in our room. And we send you out and we evaluate how you do searching for the bad guy. Sometimes you get the bad guy and sometimes the bad guy gets you. So that's part of it. Also, if you look out the window one day, you'll see us out there with a squad car. And we're going to be doing traffic stops. We're going to do felony stops where you take the person out and he's a risk. And then we're going to do courtesy stops. So if you got any interest in doing anything like that, be awesome. I got one girl graduated from South of Maine who's now an employee at the Vermilion County Sheriff's Department as a CO because of this class. I have a young man from North Maine who is now employed at the Indiana Department of Corrections as a correctional officer. I also have another young man who is now one of the field officers with the Vigo County Community Corrections. These people are making around $30,000 to $35,000. They've been out of school 1 year. So, if you have interest in this, it doesn't necessarily mean you want to be a police officer. I got 2 students who wants to be probation officers, which is what I was when I finally retired. I got several that wants to be lawyers. And they're doing this so they can understand the basics of law enforcement. When we had the Delphi murders, we did a detailed briefing off of possible things. And if you ever come by C18 where I'm located, you can come in. We still got it up there. They got a whole blackboard of who the possible suspects were, and they did a fantastic thing. So that was a big thing that we followed. So if you got interest in any part of the criminal justice system, law enforcement, court, lawyers, probation officers, come and talk to me. And maybe this would be something that you would want to do. If you have an earning for that, that'd be great. I am a retired Clinton City police officer. Also served at Indiana State University as a police officer. And I served 30 years as the chief probation officer and special deputy with the Vermilion County Sheriff's Department of Newport. So I've got some years of experience. I have a criminology degree, and I hope that you guys can come over and see me. You're all in the building. You can all come by and see me. You can find the wrestling posters on the outside so you know you're getting close to me. One thing, you would actually be students at Vincent University, and you will get 12 hours of college credit upon completing the course for next year. And that's a lot of money. So if you guys are interested in that, come and see me.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Shulsky. I teach education professions. This is kind of, I explain that I'm teaching future teachers, but not necessarily always teachers. If you're interested in working with kids in any capacity, it could be daycare settings, preschool settings, elementary. I even have middle school placements. So this was a little bit different than the traditional classroom setup. You would come to me at Park Heritage 1 time a week, and we would have class all morning. And then the other 4 days, you would be placed in an elementary school classroom or middle school classroom or preschool. It just depends on what you've decided. If the program is 2 years long, you don't have to do the 2 years, but if you complete 2 years, you get 15 credit hours, and those will transfer to any state college, which would save, like Mr. Saylor said, a lot of money. So if you have any questions, I'll be around.
Thank you. Engineering and automation, Mrs. Burke.
Hello. My programs if you're interested, if you like to take things apart, put things together, figure out how things work, or you just have an interest in maybe circuitry or anything like that, this class is really suited for that. We are actually technically in industrial manufacturing kind of focus, but we do a lot of tinkering and just learning smaller type things that would suit you for a career in that as well. So if you're thinking about an engineering degree or you're thinking about going straight into the workforce, maybe working in manufacturing, this is a really good foot in the door, basically. They're gonna look at your resume over somebody else's. We all earn dual credit, but this also would allow you to have both academic and technical honors on your diploma if you meet the other requirements. This is one of those things that kind of check that box on your diploma list as well. We study all kinds of things from ladder logic. We have a robotics competition that we've entered into this year, and we're going to 2 different competitions. We do field trips, both in the manufacturing facilities as well as just seeing. We went to a trade show. It was really cool. We saw some of the cutting edge technology that's coming out in the future. And you do learn and get several certifications. One is how to use those great big industry robots that are moving around at high speeds. If you've ever seen one in action, they're pretty amazing. And usually there's not just one, there's usually multiple, and they're all like working together, so it's kind of freaky looking, like they're doing a dance or something. The jobs that you can get out of this career field, it depends how far you take it. I mean, if you go into an engineering field, obviously that's a lot more money than walking straight into a manufacturing facility right out of high school. But typically starting jobs are around $60,000 to $100,000 a year. So that's something else to consider. If you are interested, please come talk to me. I'll be standing right over here. And you are welcome to come visit my program one day. I have a brand new lab that we just remodeled up there, and I've got a lot of new equipment that we just put in as well.
Operation, Mr. Cobb.
Hello, I'm Mr. Cobb. I teach the equipment operating class at Ribbon Park. This is the first year for the program, so we're still trying to figure things out. But we run all kinds of heavy equipment, go on a lot of field trips, get to run a lot of new stuff at different dealerships and stuff like that. After the first year, you'll come out with a OSHA 10 card and a forklift certification. And then the second year, as of now, is you'll be at a paid internship, so you won't be at my class, you'll be actually out on the job site working for them. Next year, we're going to get into a lot of bridge building and different things like that. So, yeah, if you have questions, I'll be somewhere out there. Thank you.
Graphic design, Ms. Kristen.
What, no movie?
What's that?
So what, no movie? Where's our movie?
Alright, so I'm graphic design. You probably see me in the hallway. I'm here all the time. If you've seen any of the banners up here or anything hanging up in the hallways, that's usually us. So our class does all of the senior banners now, it seems like. We've done rivers and parks banners. We've done all sorts of schools stuff. Alright, for anybody in here, if you're wearing shoes right now, stand up. Seriously, if you're wearing shoes, stand up. If you're sitting down, you're lying. Okay. You can all sit back down. So here's the thing. Graphic design is evolving a little bit, so we're kind of keeping with the times. We did our first car wrap this year, so we have a whole fleet that they want us to do now, so we have to push them back till next year. But the reason I asked about the shoes is we're trying to onboard ISU credits now along with Ivy Tech credits. And that will be kind of engineering light, is what we're going to call it. So packaging engineering. So all of your shoes came in a package. So somebody had to design that package, and a graphic designer had to design what's on that package. So if you really want to be an engineer with the high pay and all that, without all of the math, and trig, and really terrible hard things to do, this is kind of a prerequisite for that. And we kind of get you an engineering degree with the pay, without all the hard, difficult classes. So you kind of get to have fun and go out. I had one kid ask when we were doing the car wrap if we were getting behind on our curriculum.
see hanging up anything in Reed, a graphic designer touched it. So there's an industry for it, and AI is not killing it. If you try and have AI design something for you, it's got people with 3 fingers, and it's not perfected. So they're gonna need people to do that, and we do use AI in class. So it's kind of we don't let you cheat with it, but you can use it as a tool. So if you wanna talk more about it, come see me. I'll be up around here somewhere.
Mrs. Dunham, I teach health science. I'm not gonna make you stand up because nobody likes to do that. So you guys have probably seen me over in C11. Most of you think as CNA class, but it's actually more than that. I'm a 1-year program, but there's an option for 2. So your first year, we're gonna do medical terminology, which is a prerequisite for at least 6 of the healthcare programs through Ivy Tech, even dental assisting. And then we also do CNA, and we do introduction to healthcare, where we look into different types of jobs that you guys can get, and then I help you guys research different colleges that offer that, what it's going to cost you, and then potential scholarship opportunities. So hopefully you guys don't get out of college in debt like I did. So I try to help you out there. You get 11 college credit hours for my class, and then the medical terminology class, which is SVHS 101. It's actually a prerequisite, so you would have to take that before you could take, before you could enroll in a program such as nursing, something like that. If you're going to take my class, we do hands-on stuff. We go to the local long-term care facilities, what you guys typically refer to as nursing homes. So you may get comfortable. At first, I'll get you used to it, but you will be bathing people. You're going to be changing people. You'll see body fluids, vomit, flu. All the things. So sometimes that deters people. They usually find out really quickly. Let's see what else I'm going to talk about. So also, if you are interested in like a nursing program, or you're wanting to go into any of the medical fields, especially through Ivy Tech, they have really great medical programs, and you can get a degree of $12,000 as opposed to $40,000 to $60,000 at your other state colleges. They're really competitive, so it's a point-based system. So if you have a CNA certificate, which you would get through my class if you pass your certification exam, it gives you 5 extra points towards that. You guys are also really lucky at Sophomore 1. You guys have a lot of dual credit opportunities for most of the prerequisite courses to get straight into that. So if you guys know some of my students, Ryan Trainer graduated midterm, and she's already in nursing school, so she'll be a registered nurse by the time she's 20. Hannah Westfall, she is in the radiology tech program. She'll be done by the time she's 20. So they're going to be making $65,000 as 20-year-olds. So there's a lot of money to be made. Most of my students that are CNAs, they're starting out about $19 to $23 an hour as 16-year-olds. So you could work and do that through school. The second-year options, you have like a work-based learning, where you just have to work in a healthcare facility for 15 hours a week. And we just started a CCMA, which is like a medical assisting. So that's usually the people that you would see when you go to a doctor's office that take your blood pressure and ask you all the questions. We just started that as well, and I have a couple of my students here that can ask or answer any questions that you guys might have from a student perspective.
Thank you. Who wants to know my bingo sheet today? So thank you. No, that's good. Next Gen Entrepreneurs, this is a brand new program that we're working to start here in South Carolina.
Hey everyone, I'm Mrs. Roberts. Most of you know me as an English teacher. 2 hours out of my day though here, I have been teaching principles of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is kind of a big word. What that means is owning and operating your own business. How many of you are ready to make your own money? You ready? All right. How many of you are ready to be your own boss? Make your own hours. Do something that you love and that you actually care about. That's what this class is all about. What we're going to do is help you open your own business and start making money now. Okay? By now, I do mean, next year. But you do need to sign up for the class in order to do that. So we will be working with community partners, we'll be networking, we'll have guest speakers in who are all ready, willing, and able to mentor you in your business journey. This class also offers dual credit right now with Ivy Tech. And there are some talks getting started with ISU, so if you're thinking ISU, I don't know, don't sleep on ISU, I know it's right in the backyard, and a lot of people think, oh, well, that's my fallback. If you are considering business, right, being a business major, going into marketing, going into accounting, going into anything that has to do with business, ISU is where you want to look, okay? I know it sounds crazy because it's right here in the backyard, but their school of business is second to none. And I can say that because my son graduated from it, from the honors program in finance, and he made $90,000 his first year out of college. He lives in Indy, they pay all of his living expenses, okay? Don't sleep on it. I know it's right here in the backyard, but it gives you a great opportunity. So we're gonna be working hard, don't mistake it. You're gonna be working hard, but you're also going to be creating your own path, right? You're gonna be responsible to yourself in creating your own business and running your own business. I'm a business owner, I have my own business, that's my kind of side thing, in addition to teaching, and it's a very successful business that I own with another teacher, many of you know Mrs. Wood. We have a catering business. I also run a nonprofit, so the networking options for you are pretty stellar right now. We have the Vermilion County Economic Development who is willing to step in and help you get loans to start your new business if we can work out the whole financial logistics of that. And we have the Western Indiana Business Development Group that is willing right now, they're just waiting for the class to start, to help you be your own business owner. So if you're interested in maybe talking about that a little bit, thinking this might be something that you're gonna wanna do for the next couple of years, start making money, come talk to me. I can't wait to get started. Thanks.
Next up, precision agriculture.
Good morning, I'm Micah Humphreys. I'm at Riverton Park High School and I teach the precision agriculture, so a little bit of farm management as well as precision agriculture. So a big section of the class is learning about farming. So we study a lot of crops. We have 3 classes that roll into that. One is like an intro principles of agriculture that I'm sure you're familiar with some of the principles classes. The next one is the crops class, and then the third is the precision piece. So with crops, we're gonna be learning about how plants grow, what they need, but also getting out on the farm and looking at things hands-on. So spend a lot of time at local farms doing stand counts, taking soil samples, looking at plants in the field, and then also climbing in the cabs of tractors to see what type of equipment they have, how that equipment works, and then what type of technology they use there. So the precision piece of it is part technology on farms, but then also drones. So we have access to several drones. I have drones in my classroom. I brought my largest drone to kind of show you guys what that looks like. And then I also teach how to pass the drone test. So I've had 2 students go through that test and pass it, so they're certified to fly a drone. You do have to have certification if you're going to make money off of that. And so right now, they could go and take pictures and charge people for those pictures. One of those students is actually, I helped get her a job this year. She's a senior, and so she's working at a retail location in Rosedale, and she was very prepared for that. So not only with the drone knowledge that she had, but all that knowledge in the classroom and out on farms, they just set her up and kind of sent her out with a pickup truck to do some of the things that we did in class. And she even landed an internship, so she is set up with a college level internship for this next summer before she even starts college. She's gonna be making some pretty good money too. My classes get dual credit through Ivy Tech, and so I've also had students that they take that class through me, and then they can finish up their precision agriculture degree with Ivy Tech within a year. One of those students has gone on to work on a large farm in Northern Park County, and he's helping to manage all of their precision agriculture. So right where we live, there's there's a lot of opportunities with precision agriculture and farming, so a lot of opportunities to maybe go back to a farm, to work at an ag retailer, but then also with that drone piece, you can work, do like a side job with your drone taking photography, so there are a lot of different applications for that piece of it as well. Like I said, I've got my drone back here, and if you have questions, come see me.
Mrs. Woody with Pet Science.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Whitty, and I teach veterinary science at Park Heritage High School. I'm a registered veterinary technologist. I've worked in practice for over 10 years before I started teaching. I taught at Purdue University in the vet school and the vet tech school. So that being said, I have a pretty good idea of what I need to bring to the classroom to help you be successful if this is an area that you want to pursue. It's lined out to be a 2-year program, but I do have students that will just take it for 1 year. If you do finish the 2 years, you'll do a clinic placement your second year, and then you also get a certification upon passing your test in veterinary medical applications. So after completion of the program, the foundation of you going into a vet clinic or shelter medicine or humane society, you would have all those skills and knowledge for that. And then I also have a lot of students that pursue veterinary medicine, and they go on into veterinary nursing programs or to vet school itself, which is a doctorate program, 8-year program. So in the first year, we do a lot with handling and safety. We learn a lot about anatomy and veterinary math. We do diagnostics, so we do look at poop and pee and blood. So if that does gross you out, then this wouldn't be a program for you. We do get live animals into my facility. We do large animal, mostly with cattle and horses. We've had some opportunity with some goats and sheep as well. And then once the program gets rolling and you have all your safety stuff mastered, we start groom days on Fridays. So we have dogs that come in and we will bathe them and clean ears and trim toenails. And we've done some minor like wound treatments and medication. We do learn a lot about diseases and vaccines and when all the preventative health for animals. So every year we have different opportunities that arise, and I try to take advantage of any of those. So kind of every year a class gets a different kind of experience. But if you have any questions, I have a couple students from South Vermillion with me today, so just come over and talk to us. Thanks.
Next up, Wealth, Mr. Morgan.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is we don't have to mess with pee, poop, or anything like that in our class. Okay? Just kidding. Those are great classes. I'm here at South Vermillion, C10. Our curriculum is through Ivy Tech. Basically, I'm going to teach you the basics of welding, first years. We do MIG, TIG, and stick. There's a couple of you sitting in here that have experience in my class so far. We do a lot of practicing, a lot. I have a close-knit relationship with the local 157 out of Terre Haute. Mr. Adam Bennett, he's the president, business manager down there. We are in contact probably every 2 weeks. They're looking for help down there. Right now, the welding industry has a shortage of about 400,000 welders. That's a lot. And there's a lot of money to be made in the welding field. Starting rate as far as welding wise, when you come out as a journeyman, you're making about $44, $45 an hour. There's no reason why you can't make 6 figures in a year. Very, very easy. Manufacturing field is very, very lucrative too. I have over 40 years experience in the welding field, from aviation to pipe to structural. You name it, I've held just about every certification there is. One thing through our course in the second year, you actually take an AWS certification, American Welding Society. That certification, I can guarantee you will get a job interview just about anywhere. It's a nationwide cert. It's required. It's something that you have to take no matter where you go to work at. You're going to take some type of certification. So if you got any other questions, I'm gonna make this short. I know you guys are stuck on the pee and the poop thing. So come up and see me, I'll be up on top there.
Okay, next Next up, to think about for your senior year, work-based learning.
Good morning, I'm Ms. Stu Baker and this is Ms. Fossey, and we both teach the work-based learning program. There is one portion of that housed here at South Vermillion. As a senior, as Mr. Newby mentioned, you have the opportunity to go to school a half day and then go out into the work site the second half of the day. Our programs are good. We try and get you based in a field that you're interested in pursuing after high school so that you can get some of that hands-on knowledge just like our other programs to decide if that's something you want to pursue or not. But it's also a good way for you to earn money while you're in high school, have a little bit extra spending money, and also maybe be saving some money up for what your future holds. In our class, we teach a wide variety of curriculum, but the main part of our curriculum is based on exactly what your parents are doing now. It's maintaining a household, taking care of the taxes, and then also preparing you to be able to interview properly, having a resume together, those types of things to get into a career that you're interested in. You do earn 6 high school credits for our program, and we have a wide variety of careers that students work in. I have students who work in anywhere from retail to a nursing home facility. I have several that work in farming and in farming industry. Elanco is one of our good employers that want to have some good applicants, and so that's just something for you to start thinking of. But we do look at attendance very, very strongly for that, for our positions, so that you're able to actually go out and we know we're sending good students. If you have any questions, come see Ms. Fossey. Do you have anything to add?
Okay, so you've learned a lot about our programs, and what's next? So you need to apply for it. These classes are competitive, so we do fill up with most of our classes. You need to fill out the application. That allows us to know that you're interested, and then we work with your counselor to get things rolling and hopefully get you in the class. You'll need to go to www.wrcte.org, and then you'll see a tab for forms and applications. Click on that. Then you'll find South Vermillion, WRCTE application, click on that. It's a 2 to 3 minute application, so it's really not that difficult. You can do it on your phone, on your device, and that's how you apply. Again, I encourage you to visit our programs. That way you can definitely know, get a good feel for the teacher and the benefits of taking that class. And at this point, what I'm going to do is allow you some time to go around and talk to the specific teacher, ask follow-up questions, and really see if that's a class that you're interested in. And I'm sure Mrs. Skinner wants to have a final parting statement, so go right ahead.
Thank you. He knows me well, what can I say? Okay, a couple things I want to leave you with. He just explained the application process. So here in the very near future, you're going to be sent a link. You are going to be able to identify which of these programs you are interested in, okay? A lot of these programs, and first, huge kudos to everything that Mr. Newby does. I'm hoping you guys are impressed with this list, this exhaustive list, and all of the opportunities as I continue to be every year, but also to all of the teachers who dump their heart and soul into these programs because they love the career that they were once a part of and now feel blessed to teach and pass on to the next generation. So a couple things I want to leave you with. Several of these programs are, we will receive more applications for than we have spots for. Because remember, you're not just competing against the people in this room, we also have to have spots for North Vermillion, Riverton Park, Park Heritage. For four schools of students feed into these programs. One of the very first things that is looked at is attendance, okay? Because if you are a student that misses school once a week, twice a week, it's really difficult to put you in one of these spots when we have other students who are gonna make the commitment to show up every single day. B, there are some mad certifications that come out of these programs, okay? We're talking industry certifications that if you're not enrolled in these programs, it's costing you thousands of dollars to obtain. A lot of those certifications are also tied to the number of hours that you are practicing that skill. So if you're not showing up You're not getting the certifications because you don't have the hours invested, but also we're taking that opportunity away from another student. So attendance is one of the very first things that we look at. So if you're not where you need to be, you better make sure that you are recovering yourself in this last semester, okay? Especially for those highly competitive programs. So amazing certifications, great teachers, attendance, and I guess the last thing I will leave you with is I am a very firm believer there is no bad experience that can be had here. Because even if it's something that in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, I've kind of always thought that might be something that I'm interested in, and you get in and it's not everything you thought it would be, or you discover parts about that job that you do not want to do for the rest of your life, what a valuable experience to come upon that conclusion for free here in your junior or senior year of high school, rather than spend thousands of dollars pursuing a college degree or certifications and then find out that you don't like it. So even an experience where you walk away saying, not what I thought it was going to be, that is huge, huge. So I challenge every single one of you to think about one of these programs that really caught your attention or something that you might be thinking about. Think of a question, and what better place to start those interview skills or those communication skills with someone that you've never met before, and what a great opportunity to learn something about that program that you might be interested in. Okay? So at this time they can, okay. So think about which program you're most interested in. Think 10 seconds. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. Everybody stay put. 10 seconds. Think of a good question for that teacher of that program that you might be interested in. Nope, you're talking, you're not thinking. 10 seconds, ready? Go. Everyone's thinking of a question that you're gonna ask